the normal and non-normal skin are customizable. I think just earlier there was a glitch or something. Well, since yesterday. Oh, it's fine. Currently, right now we're gonna be working on this small area, and then later um, I don't know. Tomorrow I might not live. I said I might not.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I don't know. Well, that's how everything's gonna go. Yep. What do you mean, yep? Oh, no, 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 no. I'm not gonna go on the Wii U, okay? I'm not going on no Wii U tomorrow. Sure, I wanna go see Voltaire, but I have a feeling that certain someone's gonna be waiting there. Be like, oh, I've been working on some fight scenes for our shonen and all that. I don't need that right now. And I got some good news, people. I applied for 2 other jobs. So hopefully, one of them works out. Actually, they're both data entry, but one is for a different company. The other one, like, different company. They're both by different companies. One of them is like, it's due when you start. Like, I don't know, some of y'all are wondering, Boris, you're gonna get a job, so that means you won't have time to do it. The only time I would have time to do is when I am off, or if I have a holiday or something, when the day's off or something. But one, I'm not gonna tell them that I have a YouTube channel and be like, oh, I have a YouTube channel and all that. Yes. So yeah. I'm gonna try my best to plan out some of this area. Yeah, I know some of y'all wondering, Boris, when are you gonna do some more voice trolls? Because that was fun. I know that was fun. Let me see who's on, so we can invite. The only person, okay, I was about to say, the only person I see that's on. The only person who's on is the Tint Meister, but, well, he ain't, his mic is broken, so, whatever you call it. I should have left some trees. I did actually, but some of these, so this area right here, like, okay, the world wanted to be inappropriate. Okay, so, here we go. So, as you can see, the castle is, of course, we got some of the houses, a few houses. Let me turn off this music, because I am playing music in the background, and it is the one from the Tower of Terror. The Tower of Terror. It's not the Twilight Zone, the one from Tokyo Disney Sea. And I've never been to Tokyo, nor Tokyo Disney Sea. Okay, so I looked it up because a friend of mine recommended it, and he's like, "Oh, I know you," because he remembers I loved mystery and I love mysteries and all that. So he thought, okay, also, supposedly the story of the Tower of Terror in Tokyo Disney Sea, it's about one of the explorers, one of the members of the famous explorer Society of Explorers no, yeah, Explorers and Adventurers, or C for short, in small parentheses. Founded by a few members. One of them is take. One of them is actually the main character of the story of the Tower Tower in Tokyo DC, which is also called the Hightower Hotel. Story is that the Harrison Hightower III acquired a mysterious and rather interesting idol from an unknown part in Africa. Of course, his way of getting treasure is just downright pillaging. He got all his men that took with him. And but there was no resistance with the natives. They didn't even think they just like looked at him just like, oh, he's. So he go back to America, New York, actually, New York, where the Hightower Hotel is at, and he shows his wonderful idol, his wonderful prize he's acquired. Now here's the scary part, and a few say that. You know what? Let's just get this. So during an interview, a reporter asked him a question. It is rumored that the idol is cursed. Hightower said that it is cursed. How stupid! It's not cursed. And this reporter asked so much questions. Hightower just excused them out, basically. But let's not talk about the reporter. We're talking about Hightower. And on December 31st, 1899, yes, New Year's, 1899, Hightower held a party, a New Year's Eve party. He went up to his room, but one of his not like advisors, but you can't say friend, but partner, adventure partner. I don't know how to put it this way. His name is Mr. Smedling. Smedling warns him, telling him, "Be careful. You must show respect to the idol as a sign of resilient." Hightower, because this man smokes, he literally took his cigarette and just like and spin it on top of the idol's head. 15 minutes later, a green light appeared from Hightower's penthouse on the top of the 13th floor of the Hotel Hightower. Hightower paid the price. It was of the curse of the Shiriki Otandu idol. Yes, that's actually the name of the idol, and so, of course, because the idol was cursed and all that, the idol's eyes open with a glaring green, with an emerald green glow, as green lightning appear within the elevator he's in. But the elevator fell. It is said the only thing that was in the elevator when it crashed was the idol and Hightower's little hat. He had a hat. Now, I'm not gonna get into the story about how, like, about like the main plot kind of thing, because that's like basically the plot. Like Hightower like disrespect the idol, so idol just like just you know. It just says that the Hightower Hotel is cursed. Now, the story, like I seen videos and story wise. In the story, like in the ride, like before the queue before you go in, you're visited by Hightower's ghost. He'll be like, he's warning guests, do not go further. The curse of Shiriki Otandu is real, and all that. It's interesting. Like my friend knows I love mystery. I love certain mystery, and I do love a good mystery. Some some people say the Hightower died of a was disappeared was disappearance was nothing more than an accident, a early stage elevator accident. But I really think it's something else. Of course. And here's the funny part. If anyone who do go to I've never been to Disney World nor Disneyland. Period. Like that is the one place I want to go one day. So especially Disneyland Hong Kong, Mystic Manor. Now here's the connection here. Never mind. But I found out that if you go to Mystic Manor, Mystic Point, or Mystic Manor, whatever you want to call it, in Disneyland Hong Kong, there's a portrait of all the sea members. When I mean scene, I mean the Society of Explorers and Adventurers. And there's a pic, and the portrait is with some of the members, and one of them is with Hightower, who is holding the freaking idol. And guess what? Guess when the year the portrait was made? Y'all even guess? 1899. The exact same year he died. It's creepy. I know. Now back to the queue part. Of course, let's start from the beginning. So you enter the hotel, and all you see a broken elevator. And guess what? That was Hightower's elevator. Some don't really pay attention, but I do pay attention to detail about it. On that elevator, if you look at the wires, they're cut. They were cut or something. And some of y'all are saying, oh, some of y'all may, oh, it's just because it's an old elevator. No. I literally did research about that. And elevators in that time were functional. Take the elevators for the Eiffel Tower. Those were invented. Those were strong elevators. The one in the Hightower Hotel, some are saying, oh, it wasn't really that strong. It was just old and all that. No. But if you pay attention to the detail of the wires, they're cut. Look like someone cut them or something. Now, when I say something, it's the idol. I'm saying it's the idol because otherwise. Now, I found out that in the Tower Terror ride, there's 3 versions. There are 3 story plots. So let me go by. Ride A is the level 13, and guests are taken up to, of course, every other version. It starts off with you going up to Hightower's penthouse, and then you see the ghost of him, and then you know, being cocky in front of the idol, and then all of a sudden the idol just turns. Now, I don't know what's going on, but I've seen like videos on it talking about it and like showing how it is, and you see like these boom like explosions or something. You know, I thought okay, something. But the one that's fascinating, and I say is part like I really think really happened. It's called The Shadow of Shiriki, and that is the second. That is Tor B. Tor C is the normal one. I know it should be Tor A should be the normal. Tor B should be the Shadow Shiriki, and Tor C should be the no. I don't know how. I don't know why, but and it's interesting. Like I get fascinated. It's fascinating to see something interesting about that and the connection. But the only story we're talking about here is the Hightower Hotel incident. Now, please know that this is based from a ride. It's based from a ride, so don't. So of course Disney might give me a call. Of course the good old mouse might give me a call. Be like, Boris, what are you doing? Why would you reveal us? Like I want to get in depth in this. I want to know more. Of course, if you look online, you find like pictures of like the whole. It just shows you the hotel outside, and then but there's a picture, and someone drew it in art. It's art, and it's like sure the idol, and it's walking on its 2 feet. Like I kid you not. Like if you looked up a picture of Shiriki Otandu, then you will see he's like on a stand. Like he's on a stand, and he's holding some kind of spear and a blade. Now, okay, you know what? That we're gonna talk about later. Let's talk about. So yeah. So let's continue about the shadow of Shiriki. So I found out and I noticed. So in the queue, like when the pre-show before you go into the elevator and all that. So the pre-show starts in 2 parts. It talks the introduction and then takes you and then after you go into this room with a stained glass window of Harrison Hightower, standing so boldly in front of this hotel with his cage. And then you hear one of the so-called last interview of it. And please note that the audio that is all in Japanese. So and there's somewhat translation. Some saying that Shiriki moved, others say his eyes and all that. But I think because different rides, different settings. Now there's one, and I didn't know, but if you do the level, like it's literally called a level 13. You and Shiriki Shadow, it's okay. Let me. I know I'm confusing people. All right. Let me speak. All right. So you enter the room. Then you hear there's like a gramophone, and it's like an interview with Hightower, and you know they're talking about the Shiriki of Kandu, and then he like all the maids wouldn't give it up and all that, so they didn't want to let it go, and I was like don't. And then after he said, and then he's like, so you say the idol is cursed, ridiculous, and you're laughing, and all of a sudden the stained glass window transforms, like the whole room turns dark, and the window turns into like the spirit of Hightower. And he's saying, do not go further. It is too dangerous. The curse of Shiriki is real and all that. Like, literally, I love how Disney goes all out on some of their rides. Like, all the rides. Okay. This one was interesting because, of course, like the room really gave you that gothic feeling, especially the stained glass window. I love that. Like it changed from him just like being like being bold, looking all bold, and then his and then it turns him holding the idol and with fear in his eyes. Like, that is just so cool. I love that detail. Like you can't really see in videos, but if you look up a picture, his eyes are just in fear. Like his eyes will pop out. Oh, I read like his eyes is like, and he looks worried, like he's scared, like he's frightened. And then and then he tells you basically what happened, like saying the curse is real. Do not go further. And then stained glass windows, and then in the mirror in the glass, the eyes of the idol turn, and it shows Hightower in the elevator going up to his penthouse, and then he and then crashes. Now the window does crash, it gets crashed, but only where Hightower died. Elevator crashed. You know what? I think I might play some audio for you because it is interesting. Now, please don't. I'm not gonna translate it because I have my reasons. Okay, so let me see. So if y'all wanna see video for yourself, then look up Tokyo Disney Sea Tower of Terror point of view or POV with English subtitles, and that's the one I was watching. This one, so please note that is more than one different ride. Yes, same place, same ride, but different stories. So there's three. You have the normal one, which is the one you go up to the penthouse, and then you do like you scream, ah, you go up and down, and then you have the level 13, um, like the booms, and then level 13, the Shadow of Shiriki. It's different. Y'all could tell if y'all. It's interesting. All right. Okay, let me just. I'm gonna read it for you. He said. So of course you start out in the hallway behind the desk where you get your keys and all that. Okay, so let me read this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the tourism of the Tower of Terror, which it should be real called the High Tower. Like, okay, High Tower of Terror, which composed by the protection team of New York City. I think the person who did this mistranslated it. So it really should say, "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the tour of the High Tower Hotel." That's what it should say. But no. Which was composed by protection of the team of New York City. All valuable collections in the Hotel Hightower, collected by Harrison Hightower III. He is the owner of this hotel and also a multiple millionaire and an explorer. Okay, now here's the part where they talk about this. So, because he held a conference, you have to remember, like he held this conference, and it's like the interview part. December 31st in 1899, Hightower III held a press conference at his hotel. It should say at this hotel. A published and published the strange idol Shiriki Otandu, which found at an explored region of Africa. Now, I literally did look it up. I kind of looked it up, and supposedly Kenya was like the unexplored area. So basically, the thing is originating in Kenya. After that, he was lost. How? My tell. The doors will open soon. We'll tell you about the mystery of Hotel Hightower at the Hightower's the third study. Oh, so study. Okay, so I'm sorry. So the room where I was talking about, where you go in, you see this glass, like the stained glass mirror picture, like stained glass of him just looking all bold and cocky and all that. Like it's beautiful, and I didn't notice, but I thought it was like a real stained glass until I was like, oh, but it's electrical. What like I love how certain like rides have like the pictures like look like real pictures, but they're not. But the glass, this looks because you know there's light coming out of it, but here's the cool part. You see this, so you see the glass, and then either I don't know what side, like either which ride you choose, Shiriki will the idol will appear on either on your right side or your left side. I don't know. Like it really depends. I think I think if he appears on the left side, that's the 13 level 13 and the Shadow Shiriki, or I don't know. I think if he appears on the right side, that's the normal. No, but all right. So, of course, everyone's going in and all that. By the way, I had to uninstall you know what? I probably might install it back, Power Director, because there was a game that I saw Markiplier playing, and it was called Solar Smash. And we're not talking about that game, and we're not sponsored by the company who made it. So whatever. We're talking about Tokyo DZC and the curse of the Shiriki Tandu Alulu. I like how like he just look. I am business. I am the man. You don't mess with me. Like that kind of look. Like he has that stern look, just like. Okay, so let me read this. They're the idol known as Shiriki Otandu. Now, please know it's actually how the subtitle is. It's like no, it's like the idol as it should be known as. Okay, you know what? I'm not. So at the remaining of this part, because I'm reading it, I'm gonna actually say how it's really supposed to be. But let's see. Oh no, I just didn't finish it. All right. Okay, let me read this again. There, the idol known as Shiriki Otando, it uh, it found at the lift which was fallen. Okay, yeah, the lift, their elevator lift. So yeah, actually, that's like when they're talking about the lift, they talking about when Hightower, like right after it crashed, like the elevator lift crashed, like plummeted. It's crazy, which was fallen, but Hightower didn't exist there. Please, like I say now, please listen to the record, the re- the record of his last press conference. All right. Now, Mr. Hightower, where did you find this thing? I got this at plenty of money, but he defeated to let that go. It's isn't that called the idol of curse? Isn't it, Mr. Hightower? But now the other part before, like right after he's, hold okay, let me read this. Shiriki Otandu's curse is real. Do not go ahead anymore. Anymore. And he's talking about, or you will suffer the same fate as I have. The person didn't even put the rest of it, but Listen to my advice. The curse is real. Shurikyo Tandu's eyes. Okay, tell me y'all didn't hear like that crash, the window crash. That is like when, like it's like it really depicted how like Hightower's lift went. It literally went plummeting down like a missile. Run away. You still can make it. There's scary. So the idol comes alive with green eyes, just like looking around the room, just like ooh, like and then his mouth and brow just. Then he has an evil scheme look, like the evil scheme look. Now, I know some of y'all are like, Boris, why are you telling us this? Not really a lot of people give a lot of recognition. Like, sure, it's I get it because it's all the way in Japan, and some of us here in the United States, and then here on the West side, cannot like some of us don't really have money to go to Japan and all that and go see that. But well, that's why we have YouTube. And one, what I really want to hear, what I really want is more the music, because there's not really too much music from here. Like there's music of the Phantom Manor, like out in like you like it, let me put this like Phantom Manor, Paris, Disneyland Paris, which I really want to like. I want to go. I want to go see the Phantom. The Phantom of the Opera, not the Phantom of the Opera. Oh, but cool. Yes. Sorry. Alright. I need to keep it down. Alright, so that's like basically these. Of course, you go in the elevator. Like, I found out that it's on two things. Like either you go on the first floor or the second floor. The second floor you get to take stairs. That's the good part. I don't like escalators. One period. Period. I don't like escalators, but well, turnpikes have escalators, and oh, it is what it is. And if you're wondering, I'm gonna do my own version of the Hightower Hotel, and it's gonna be built right around. No, it's gonna be built. No, like somewhere as far from here, like because of course we got the main castle now. If y'all remember, I told you a story, and please do not discard that story because there's gonna be a new story. And so the story goes, of course, I say, oh, I have like a little ancestor and all that, like Boris. So because of, I confused myself even. So, alright, so because the one who I was speaking through is G, okay? So G is, well, G is just, I'll just call me G, okay? Just call me G. I don't, like some of y'all may know my real name, some of y'all may not. I'm not telling y'all. Like, some of y'all may like, oh, your name is George? No. I'm not giving y'all my name. Of course, certain people do scream it. And when they do, they don't get that they're endangering me. Oh dear. Oh, if you're wondering, there's gonna be a gate, like those cemetery gates, something like that. So right here is gonna be like a house. Actually, I'm gonna try to find this out. Because this is gonna be the kingdom. Like, we're gonna, this area right here, we're gonna have some houses. I just feel like, Boris, I thought the whole place was supposed to be like cobblestone rock. No, I want to do like an actual like small little kingdom. Just have like the road. And that's why I said I need to help people. Of course, now I have the PlayStation, and one of my friends, he doesn't like doing creative too much because he says it's not really the right way, but it is what it is. On the story of the Hotel Hightower, or the Hightower Hotel, because do not confuse the one in Hollywood and Florida, and also in Florida and Paris. I'm gonna call it by the name they chose because it gets confusing. You got the Tower of Terror, Tower of like when you see Tower of Terror, you're like, oh, which one? The one in Disney, Anaheim, Orlando? I like, oh no, I'm talking about the one in Tokyo. Oh, some say that doesn't really count. Or it does. That's why it needs some more recognition. So the story. So of course, here's the story. So the story is like years ago, and actually does take place the same different people. For that castle, so the story behind the castle, it wasn't like, it's not really a medieval way. It's more of a, it looks medieval, it looks Renaissance, but it's not really built in the Renaissance or medieval. It was built in 1801. Well, construction started in 1776, and for some history buffs, that was during the American Revolution. And by time it was like keep was done in 2 years because and oh yeah. Alright, so the story is the castle is haunted. It's cursed. It's haunted and cursed by a witch. He is going to be the cousin of Boris, Boris. As you like travel the kingdom and you like travel to around the kingdom, and they say, do not go. If it will all kill you, and yeah. And then nobody really knows what happened. But the current resident is actually Boris. Yes. It's currently Boris, and okay, so I'm gonna put it this way. So I am Boris. So this Boris is me, Boris the Fourth. Okay, Boris the Fourth. Fourth, I say the fourth because I'm the fourth. I actually originated in the catacombs underneath Saltea Castle. And local and the Beltane ruler of that time was King Alexander Rodriguez Vimon. The only part of the castle was a small part. Supposedly, the catacombs was built back in reality slash world, but same reality, same world, but different setting. So nobody really believed that. Nobody really believes that Boris the First. Alright, so I'm gonna tell you this, and there's a small little hint, little secret. So the T in our middle names are different. Boris Theodore the Wolf the First. Yes, his middle name is Theodore. Second was Timmy, Boris Timmy Wolf. The third was Boris Tina Wolf. Boris Tiana Wolf. And then, of course, mine is Boris Tom. Yes, reference to Tom Connors. Tom Connors. That's a big reference. I keep that as like a reference. That's a reference to when you see Tom, you're like, oh, that was Boris. Nah, ain't no Boris, it's Tom. And if you're wondering where's Tom, basically in the story time, he dead. And he was my son. I'm joking, no. He's the second. There was a Tom before, and now it's not the cat. So, I literally tell my mom, I tell my parents about this, and they're like, oh, you mean Tom the cat? I know. There's actually a Tom the wolf. And I kid you not, I grew up watching Tom and Jerry. I kid you not. I love Tom and Jerry. Like, I wish I could add them to the story, but where is the question? Where would I even do it? Why? Okay, right now I'm gonna do something, and it's gonna connect to everything. When I mean everything, I mean it's gonna connect, because it's gonna be like, okay. So if you're wondering what's the skins my Minecraft skin reference, if you don't know, it's a reference to Joseph Joestar from JoJo. That's a basic reference. That's a good, like, it's a reference because the tank top and the scarf. It's a big dead giveaway if y'all don't want to watch JoJo. JoJo. But it is what it is. I think I'm gonna stop here doing the ground. Like, this view of the castle is just, when I look at it, I'm looking at, like, it's like literally I'm looking at Hyrule Castle, but it's not Hyrule Castle. It's Borisburg Castle. Like, I'm looking. Of course, in the center, there's, okay, never mind. So there's gonna be some houses over here, And they are gonna. Actually, there's gonna be a house on this side, and we're gonna break it up. There's gonna be a fence, and there's gonna be a house over here, and we're gonna call it the um the Bendy house. And because it's gonna be like the factory, like the studio, but instead of like normal glass, it's gonna have like the white glass and the black and like black window because reference of the ink. That's gonna be a story of Bendy, not of me, of course. Oh, by the way, what are you doing with my little rose garden in the front gate? Yes, there's now a way in, way outside. If you go upstairs, and there's a door right here. This door leads outside. I'm actually gonna add like some like a table, like it'd be like tea or something. Yeah, so we got like a little tea, like some tea out here, out in the breath of the air, the breath of the wild. Get it? Alright, let me see. You know what? I'm gonna end the video. I hope y'all enjoy watching this. Watch. I hope y'all enjoyed building this castle here, and basically burning down the forest. That's what it was, basically. And I did it out of not of sheer hatred, but of sheer anger. Okay, so, and no, and that's when, so, I feel alone. So, like, are you mad at me? Like, no. Because of what a certain Shadow Luigi decided. He wanted to lie to me. Wanted to deceive me, so he told me, like, can you keep the forest there in front of the castle? And I get why, he asked me now. Because he don't want anyone to see the castle, its true beauty. Sure, you can see from the... I think I might add, like, a house, like, a few houses. Like, I might add, like, a few houses over here. You know, like, going... You know? And then... Oh, that's a beautiful view. Like, you have the tower. I dare someone to come in my world. You know, I challenge y'all. If y'all could come, if I will accept any friend request, and y'all play Minecraft. I challenge y'all to build a much better castle. If y'all don't, then I am crowned Supreme Castle Builder. Okay, I'm the Supreme Castle Builder. So I will take the crown, my little crown, and put it on my head, my tiny little head, my big head. And I'll keep this crown until I can. Actually, I need to go buy a crown. I'm joking. I'll go buy a crown. I'll go to Party City and go buy a crown or something. I'm joking around. Yeah, I'll get the joke because, yeah, I want to see. I want to see I want to see what someone could do. Like, I want someone to, like, literally build a castle. Like, originally, I was gonna build a castle here, but then I saw that plot of land, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna build a castle there. Like, I want someone to build a castle here. If they can build Neuschwanstein Castle, and they know if they are good builders, and they can build Neuschwanstein, um, I'm dubbing you the king of building castles. No, Emperor. No, Napoleon. No. Yeah, I'm gonna call you Emperor. I said if y'all could build Neuschwanstein Castle, then that is going to be cool. That will be cool to have. Of course, that will get a very, very special place in my heart because I love. Oh, we want to go to Germany. Like I kid you not. So if y'all are a good builder, y'all play Minecraft on here, friend me. And if you ever like build Neuschwanstein or any other like castle, say Hyrule, but better Hyrule castle than me or something, then yeah, 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 just do it, just do it, just man. I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye, bye bye. What up?